I just want to apologise in advance. I keep saying Murray, I mean Murtry. Please don't hate me forever. I don't know how many reactions I do it for, but I re-edit my YouTube reactions. I've just noticed how much I say it. Hey guys, Trivial today, and we're back with Season 4, Episode 3 of The Expanse. We've messed with this alien artifact. It started off a lightning storm, which look out here with guidance somewhere. I'm curious what it's going to do, what the consequences of what they've done is. We have Bobby and Avasarala's meeting back up. We've had sort of the guy shot one of the belters, which is going to cause a shit ton of trouble back at camp. So that's going to be Amos's and Alex's thing to deal with at the moment. And then we also have a lot of friction. I think we've got a friction in the OPA with Drummer and Ashford. Both one's a new OPA, one's sort of the old, trying to let go of the old. So yeah, it's like going to get everything they've ever believed in. So we've got a lot of friction. Yeah, I'm just curious to see how this season's going to keep unfolding. So far, been really good. I've enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I'm looking forward to see how this is going to unfold. But yeah, it's always nice to have a Miller back. Look forward to see how this unfolds. But as usual, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy. Check out Patreon for the uncut and early access to the edited. Let's jump into this bad boy. The thunder just sets the atmosphere, doesn't it?
The lightning is moving in a straight line.
Yes, it's guiding them. Where you going, lightning? Oh, for the camp.
Amos, you've got lightning coming your way. It's gonna hit the settlement.
Amos, get the cover now!
How do you know where lightning's gonna strike?
Oh, that's going to be damaging.
I don't think it's a good idea to leave here now.
Amos, keep a lid on the situation.
Okay, you want me to shoot Morty?
No, you can shoot anyone. Just do what you can.
The settlers will need help with repairs. Amos, I'm gonna grab whatever spare towel modules you've got on the road.
I should expect that reaction from him. It gets me every time. He's a very consistent character, that's for sure.
Secure our modules. No one lifts a finger to help now.
But they helped you. No offence, you might have your beef with some of the belters, but they helped you at the end of it. I know that some of the belters were responsible for what they did, for what happened to the ship, but it doesn't mean all of them. You're just lumping them all together in one group now.
Miller told me I was connecting a circuit. He didn't say a goddamn thing about this.
You, want a minute alone?
One bad apple ruins the bunch too.
Maybe he can explain.
Miller knew.
I think he thought the man may have had something to do with the crash.
So we just killed him? Just like that.
Yep, not very
Back up here.
trial worthy, is it?
Will be coming down on the supply run soon.
Everybody gets a pony and a blowjob. She sounds like she's running for fucking prom queen.
Who is going to be your campaign manager?
It is your only chance to have any control of the situation.
Oh, she could just beat the crap out of you, bag, scumbag, fucking hell. Nah. It's like if you was an NPC in this situation, which faction would you fight for?
We're not having this conversation again.
Lucia.
We're building a home here, Felsia. You need to accept that.
Oh, bless. Yeah, she could always leave though on the next show. She's not stuck here like you guys.
I hate this place.
Oh, it's not so bad. I've lived in worse. We didn't have a choice.
So now you understand how I feel.
Get wrecked. Daughter's got a shark Tom.
Felsia, do as you're told.
Looks like you're the one holding back. Fucking hell. Oh, for fuck's sake. They're planning something.
I'll be back.
What did Maury do? I think things could have been alright if he didn't have to go shoot a guy.
Lucy, I got a thing going.
No, Scotty. Leave me come a bit. Blood is going to pay for what he did. Better be there.
And he's got you. That's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. I'd hate fuck being an engineer. It just seems so annoying. Hey, that is satisfying though when you got it working. Get back on the ship, love. Don't overdo it. You're no good if you fucking...
I can borrow?
I'm all out, sorry.
Gonna have to borrow one from those boys.
That's okay.
Oh, we're gonna get a bit of Amos intimidation in this. I love the idea of being this like little spooky town. Just gives me those old Fallout vibes.
What do you
Vibes.
What do you think you're doing? I need some parts.
All RC equipment stays here.
Well, you're not using it.
Archie's orders.
You serious? It's a fucking generator.
And it's ours. Put it down now.
Sure.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
I love Amos. What an absolute boss, man.
What?
You can't blame
You
him.
like getting shot?
He don't give a shit.
Because you were about to.
I fucking love him so
needed some
much.
parts and you weren't using it.
Listen, Mercury's my boss. My job is to follow orders. So don't think I won't shoot you if you pull that kind of shit again.
Okay. So does that mean we're not fucking anymore?
I love him too much. He's the best character in the world.
No. No, I guess.
Cool.
That was the best dialogue in this entire show. No, joking. That was fucking great though. I fucking love him so much. Oh, he's perfect. I love that. How do you even react to that? Oh, he's great.
This debate with you in public.
So do I.
The game has been set. Oh, I love politics. I'm always a sucker for it. I always love that. I love the clashing of ideals and ideologies in this show. It's always fun to watch and see unfold. People are very different. It's just like caution, or just balls to it, or just like don't do anything. It's just like so many options. I feel like they're setting Gunny up.
Dishonorably discharged Marine with a wild story about drug dealers kidnapping,
Fuck's
extorting
sake,
their
of
nephew.
course he's a cop.
Don't need focus drug.
Ah, the noise of some situations. Oh, fucking.
The instruments on the Edward Israel indicate that there's definitely
not
some kind of
surprised.
structure.
Ah, the soundtrack. Nani?
You all feel that?
Yes.
I was hoping it was just me.
Fires. It felt like
What
we
is
just
it powered up?
earthquake.
I wonder if that use the lightning to power up an object or something like that.
Activity.
Yeah. When you undermine my team's authority, you put everybody here in danger, including your own crew.
Is that a threat?
Don't threaten Amos, you fucking
I'm just
chode.
making sure you understand the situation.
I do. Mercury.
Oh, savage. Yes. Oh, I love everything when it's in the
Others don't get
conversation.
it yet, but I know what you are.
Oh? And what is that?
A killer. You have all these excuses that make you seem right. But the truth is,
You're just a killer.
your dick got hard when you smoked that guy in front of everybody. And you can't wait to do it again.
Speaking from experience.
Not really. But from one killer to another, you don't want to try that shit with my people.
See, Amos knows what he is. This guy just, he's pretending.
Bloody.
How about now? I'm free right now.
Oh, I love it. He needs to be dealt with.
For the first time,
Adds a bit of tension to the show, though. It takes something that could just be like a chilled mystery and adds that little tension and vibe to it.
and leave.
Well, we could always go with them, get away from all this.
You've already saved the world once from destruction. Any second act can only disappoint.
That's self-aware dialogue. I love it.
Well, at least then, from rags to riches, top of her class, blah, blah, blah.
It gets more interesting where it talks about her growing up on basic. She scored very high marks on her placement test and got into the apprentice
I
lottery.
don't have time or patience to read her whole fucking biography.
Sum it up for
Just
me.
tell me what you... She cheated.
What do you want to do with this?
Leak it. Discreetly. The media...
I love that. I love the manipulation and politics. It's just fun. Like my inner bitch loves this shit. So I wonder where this storyline's going to lead. There's never a loose plot point in this show.
Okay.
I love the exploration of this is so much fun. I'm loving it. I just want to learn more. Give me more knowledge. So I don't think Bobby's going to do something to get back at him. She's not going to just simply roll over. It's not in her. They made an enemy of Bobby, mate. They need to wash themselves. I bet she changed out of that. I won't be surprised. She wouldn't have. Curious what she's going to do though. What's the next step? Bobby is terrifying. We'll mess with her. Oh, is his supply going to be destroyed?
Be an executioner. Not while we're here. You're not gonna get away.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Okay.
And he just takes us to get out. This guy. I love the difference in passion though, because Naomi is about her, so she has such much more of a reaction than, like, say, Amos or Holden or Alex would have.
Guys, do you see this?
The hell?
You should be on top.
What are they powering up with this lightning?
Holy shit.
Oh, that looks cool.
Sitting in warehouses gathering dust, waiting for you to throw them out. They could be used by millions of people to do something better with their lives.
And make you rich.
There's always bonuses to these.
Very noble.
After what they did to you, you don't owe this place anything.
I'm not a criminal.
Mars is going to need a lot more people like you.
Preying on Bobby's weakened state. Interesting. I'm curious where they're going to take her character now. I'm glad they're trying to do something with her though, because of the type of character she was before killing her own two of her soldiers. There's only a certain route you could take, but now because they did that, you've opened up a route for her.
Then we finish this.
Oh, this episode's going to end badly, innit?
You say she in on this. Yeah. She with us. Whether she thinks so or not.
That girl's going to get killed in the crossfire, the one where Amos is out in a relationship with at the moment.
I thought you were having a
Sex with, I should say.
Else we can't even imagine, and then we'd be out of options. We can't take that chance.
Mm.
Right. Torpedoes ready. Fire.
Best guy's own defences. Something's going to happen to the torpedo. Oh God. Now, what are going to be the consequences of that?
The fuck that? Nah, Sasa. Come, we go.
And they've been attacked by this. Ah, fuck.
Get out now!
Oh, he's just shooting on sight. He's just mass murdering the bolters now. That's fucking too far. I guess it's a good thing that Gale's not there. And he's just going to bang him in the head, isn't he?
I hope that answers your question.
Look, with this whole situation, yes, the belters, there was a few belters who were idiots and blowing up the shit for no reason, but then you got a guy like that who's just blaming them all under one umbrella, and he's the sort of person. What's the problem? You have a lot of causes so many problems. It's just like, it's only his justice that's right, and no one else's. But he is making an interesting antagonist for the series. I think it's like our first real antagonist of the series when you think about it, because everyone else has just sort of had their own goals for the faction, like the APA and all. There's been no real villain of the series. Editing Liam here. I might start doing this a bit more, but when I say Mercury's a villain, as I've watched more now, I wouldn't say he's a villain, because what I love about The Expanse, they really explain everyone's motives and give you a lot of insight on why people do what they do. There's never been a villain per se in the show, but they normally give a lot of depth and reasoning why characters doing it. I would say Julie Mao is definitely a villain. Mercury's more... I like what they're doing with Mercury. I prefer the word antagonist, and I wish I used that instead of villain, because he has his problems and he's not right, but I do love how the show really shows his side and where he's coming from mentally, and the show does that with a lot of characters, and that's one reason I really love the show. Yeah, if you guys like Editing Liam, I might do it more, because some of the... You know, we're near the end of The Expanse now. When I'm always watching because when I do YouTube, when I do the edited reaction for Patreon, and then when I buy it to upload to YouTube, I'll go over it. And sometimes I just really disagree with some of the stuff I'm saying because I'm further ahead. And yeah, it's interesting though. Oh, apart from like Julie Mao, obviously he was probably the biggest villain, I would say, actually. Even if he was deluded as well. This episode was interesting. I'm very with this one. I'm really curious what the consequences of everything's going to be, because there's so many unknowns and unvariables. I'm more interested in what's going to be the reaction or what's going to happen. Bobby's storyline, I'm looking forward to see where that goes. I'm enjoying the mystery of this planet. I'm really going to enjoy Masvasarada's politics, but at the moment it seems like it's set. It's just a lot of setup ready for either to kick off at the end of the season or a lot of build up for future seasons. Like, I don't necessarily need this stuff, anything that we're doing at the moment, to pay off now, but I expect it to, because of the tight writing of The Expanse, I expect it to pay off either towards the end of the season or later on. Not saying I'm not enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying it. Like, it's so interesting and fascinating. But with risky stuff like this, seasons like this, when it's a lot build up and just undergoing, if there's no greater payoff at the end of it, it will make, say you're rewatching the show, it could make the season worse or great. That's why I think, like, if you end a show off well, when you rewatch a show, you can either love it more. So for an example of, like, everyone knows about Game of Thrones, it was all this build up for years, tens of years and years, just for the payoff to be and then when you look back at it now, and you're like, well, this is all pointless. Whereas, like, with The Expanse, what I'm hoping for when I rewatch this show, I'm like, every one of these storylines are relevant to the future of the story, and not many shows do that, especially live action, because they just go on for so long. They tend to just go on for longer than they need. Whereas I think The Expanse, this happens, a very, very good opportunity to be something that's going to build up something great here. And then like maybe in season 6 or earlier on, I'll be like, oh, when I look back, I'll be like, oh, the build up was all placed in this season, and I can really feel that. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. There's a lot of routes they can take this show, and I'm interested how they're going to do it. And as I've heard that the other books are amazing, apparently that means whatever they do is working. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the character. There's a lot more character focus as well, it feels like, in this season with the characters. Amos, I love him to bits in this episode. Naomi, the whole perseverance and being too stubborn. Stubbornness can be a good trait or a bad trait. It's one of those double-edged traits to have, just because it can make you. There's being stubborn and standing your ground can be good, but then also being too stubborn and not accepting you need to back down is also pretty bad. Holden, I wonder why he went into the nuclear option, which is not like him. But overall, I'm really enjoying the season. I think it's going to be. I like the mole. I like the question of moles and the sort of sides you can pick. The sides. Yeah, no, it's a very interesting season. Guys, hope you enjoy my action still. I'm enjoying doing this show as always. And yeah, hope to see you in the next one.